Chat. Yes, very good evening everyone. Welcome back to Pantech eLearning channel. This is Divyanjali from Pantech. Pantech is a platform where a person can experience, innovate and implement different research and development works over this platform. Firstly, I would like to welcome all the participants to the pleasant evening session. Welcome dear participants. Before starting the session, dear participants, am I audible to you all clearly? You clearly? And is the screen is clear? Yes, dear participants, please let me know that in the comment section. Am I audible to all of you? And is the screen is clear? I need response from all my participants. It's audible, right? Okay, fine. So without any delay, we will move on to the today's session. So today we have come up to the second day session of our web development masterclass using React.js, right? So on this second day, what we are going to learn? So we are going to learn something about the very basic introduction to React.js. Before this React.js, what we have learned in yesterday's session? What we have learned in yesterday's session, that is the very first day session. So we have learned something about the very basic introduction to web development, right? What is this web development? What we are going to do in this web development? How we are going to create a web page? How we can customize a web page? That and all we have learned in yesterday's session, correct? Correct or not? Yes. So today on this second day, we are going to learn the very basic introduction to React.js. So let us see what is this React.js and how we are using this React.js for developing a web page or for creating web applications. Okay, fine. Yeah. So in today's session, we'll be learning something about JavaScript and why we are using this JavaScript, what is its importance, and what do you mean by virtual DOM, and what is React.js, and what is the vision and mission of our React.js in web development, and what are various applications. Okay, this and all we'll be learning in today's session. Yeah. So first let us move on to the JS, JavaScript. React.js, right? JS means JavaScript. JS is abbreviated as JavaScript. Okay. What is this JavaScript now? So it's a dynamic programming language which is mainly used to manipulate both CSS as well as HTML attributes of a web page. So if you consider developing a web page, we need HTML, CSS files, correct? So when we write something like any web page creation, for suppose if you consider, we will have title of the page, header function, paragraph or any images like that, right? So that attributes, HTML attributes, and also customization purpose we will be using CSS, right? So for manipulation of these two files, when we are creating a web page, this JavaScript is going to help us. Okay. Once again, let me define you in simple words. JavaScript is a dynamic programming language which is basically used for manipulation of CSS file as well as HTML attributes of a web page. So it can also change the content and the way that the things looks on a web page. In a web page, how does an image is looking? Whether it is in 2D array format, 3-dimensional format, any format, okay, as per our customer's requirement, we change it, right? So it also changes the content and the way that things look on a web page when a user is interacting. It's like dynamically programming language. Okay, fine. So what are the advantages of using this JavaScript? Okay, first thing is speed. So we can get very accurately, very fastly, we are able to process the data. Okay, so reduced low cost. Yeah, here are JavaScript frameworks. A JavaScript framework is a collection of JavaScript code libraries that provides a web developer with pre-written codes for routine programming tasks. Something like mathematical calculations, logical calculations, like that, okay, which are already pre-programmed. It's a pre-written blocks of codes. You can reuse the templates for different applications. Yeah. Here comes the various examples of JavaScript frameworks, which includes Ember, AngularJS, React.js applications, Vue.js. These are all the different frameworks, but in our present masterclass, we are using JavaScript, that is React.js. Okay. Yeah. So in today's session, we'll discuss in detail about the definition of React.js and what are the prerequisites, what is the importance of React.js, what are the various features making it so special, so unique to use this, and what are various applications of React.js. Okay, fine. So here comes React.js, basic introduction. It's a JavaScript library for building fast and interactive user interfaces for a web as well as mobile applications. So it's a library file which is used to interact with the web pages as well as for mobile applications as well. Okay, it's building something like interacting, something like user interface. Okay, it is an open source reusable component based front end library. Please note this. If you are writing some content in a notebook, please note this point as well. It is an open source reusable component. What do you mean by reusable component? If you consider something like concept like functions, if we once define a task or function, we can reutilize that n number of times. Here also same thing. If we are defining the component, whether it is functional, class component, any type of component, we can reutilize it some n number of times. Okay, reusability is present. And it is of front-end library file. We all know that it is used for web applications as well as mobile applications also. Yeah, here are various advantages of React.js. It is easy to use, creation of dynamic web applications, enhanced performance, reusability components, unidirectional data flows, easy to learn, can be used in mobile applications as well, and debugging is easy. Fine. Easy to use in the sense we can easily interact with the web pages and we can easily execute the data. Enhanced performance means we can improvise the standards of our code or an application. Reusable components. I have already told you about this, right? So once we define some function, we can reuse that some n number of times. That is nothing but reusability, which reduces the complexity of our code, right? Unidirectional data flows. It always flows the data in a unidirectional, one-way directional. Okay, it processes the data in forward direction only. Easy to learn and can be used for mobile applications also, and debugging is easy. These are the various features making it so special to use this React.js library file. So before moving on to the next slide, dear participants, am I clear till now? Too fast, huh? Okay. Am I clear till now? We have discussed just the definition of React.js and what is this JavaScript, what are the various advantages. This is what we have discussed till now. Do you have any doubts till now? If you are having any doubts, please raise your hands in the comment section and ask me your query clearly. Don't just tell me yes ma'am, no ma'am. No, I don't want such answers. Dear participants, this is not your regular classroom session. So please make the session interactive. Before moving on to the coding part or software implementations, applications part, we need to know the basics of this, whatever we are using. So only we have considered the basic introduction to web development, React.js, software installations, everything into consideration. Okay, fine. So we'll move on to the next slide. Yeah. So what is React.js first of all? Can anyone answer me? We have discussed in the previous slides today. What is React.js? React.js is a, can anyone fill this blank? Is anyone answering my query? It's a dynamic language. Okay, very good. It's a front-end library. React.js is a front-end library. Front-end purpose, we are using React.js to develop the web page at the front-end side. Okay. Am I clear with this? Okay. So what do you mean by front-end development? Yes, here comes your query. What do you mean by front-end development? Can anyone answering me? Front-end. Front-end means what? Client side, right? User side, customer's point of view. Okay, front-end development means the web pages which are created to interact with the customers or the users. That is nothing but front-end development, front-end applications. Okay, what are various front-end languages? Yes, what are various front-end languages? Do you know? Anyone is answering this query? Front-end languages mainly includes HTML, CSS, AngularJS, okay, Bootstrap. All these are front-end languages. Okay, fine. Speciality of React.js. Why we are using only React.js as preferred library? Why? Why? It gives response within no time. That is the first main important point to be noted. Okay. It responds or it creates a web page. It responds and it gives my output very quickly. That's the foremost important unique character or unique feature of React.js. Okay. Fine. Let us move on to the next slide. Yeah. Here comes the history of React.js. It has been started from 2010. The first signs of React has been started, where in 2011 an early prototype of React has been kept forward. So this was actually being implemented or started working by an FB employee. Okay, so the name is Jordan Rocky. He was the first person to work on React.js or to implement this React.js for web applications. In 2012, something new started in Facebook company. In 2013, the year of big launch has been introduced or has been launched. Okay. In 2014, the year of expansion of React.js has been started. In 2015, React is stable, and in 16, React gets mainstream, and the year of further improvements has been started. And now the React is foremost trending library used for web applications. Yeah, here comes the importance of React.js. So it is easy to use, enhanced, we have already discussed about it, right? Unidirectional data flows, reusability components, easy to learn, can be used in mobile applications as well as debugging is easy. Debugging means finding the errors, rectifying the errors, okay? Here comes the features of React.js. First one is JSX, second one DOM, third one performance, next one-way data binding, extensions, debugging. Let us see in detail about these features. And before that, so here is an important announcement regarding your internship. We have already informed yesterday as well, right? So we have been conducting this in these sessions, masterclass sessions, by associating with APSSDC, Andhra Pradesh State Skill Development Center. Okay, so it's been going to be 1 month internship we are providing by associating with APSSDC. For any details, you can just contact to the number displayed on the screen. Please note this number. We'll even give you this number in the chat. Yeah, we'll be displaying the number in the comment also. Please note it down. If you are interested to enroll for internship, you can just enroll it. Okay, it's going to be 1 month internship and you'll be getting the certificate from APSSDC. Yeah. So benefits of internship, which I have already discussed in yesterday's session. Once again, I'm just giving you the brief intro. So we will be getting 30 days live sessions and 90 days you can access the recording videos. You'll be getting 8 major applications of web development with 30 downloadable presentations. You'll be having 6 mentors live in mastermind sessions and APSSDC internship confirmation letter as well as internship certification also you will be getting. Okay. If you are really interested, you can just register. Okay, you will be getting the registration link over here in the comment section as well. So actual registration fees is 1999, but use this coupon you will be getting the discount as well. Okay, so the discount fees, with the discount you will be getting with 999 rupees. You will be getting the internship. You can access the data. You can get the support from us. Okay. So fill the details, use this coupon and get the internship. Enroll for internship if you are interested. Yeah. So we are discussing about the features of React.js, where the first feature is JSX. What is this JSX? JavaScript extensions. Okay. So JSX is a syntax extension to JavaScript. So what we can do by using this? First of all, what is this JavaScript extensions means? It's the combination of HTML as well as JavaScript, where we can write the HTML code, CSS code all in one file. Okay, fine. JSX is a syntax extension to JavaScript extensions. By using this, we can write HTML structures in the same file that contains JavaScript coding. JSX helps in making the code easier to understand and debug as it avoids the usage of JavaScript DOM structure. Data object model. What is this DOM? We'll discuss in the next coming slides. Okay. Here is a simple hello world statement with header tag. I hope everyone understanding. If you are having any query, please let me know that in the comment section. By the end of the session, I'll surely answer your queries. Here comes document object model. So what you can see here from the diagram, we can illustrate like it's a tree-like structure, right? So document object model creates a tree-like structure of data where it will have different kinds of tags or different kinds of blocks, something like root element HTML tag, header tag, body of the statements, title, header reference, elements, and next my title, link or any header data. Okay, these are all the different blocks in a document model. Okay, fine. Yeah, here is something in detail about DOM. It treats an XML or HTML document as a tree structure in which each node is an object representing a part of a document. For suppose, if you wanted to display any web page, we will be having something like heading, paragraph, images like that, correct? So what it will do, the DOM will treat XML or any HTML file. For suppose if you consider notepad, okay? So whatever the documents we are writing, it will take the complete document into a tree-like structure. First, it will consider the heading. Next, it will consider the paragraphs like that. It will take each and every block or every part of the code or every part of a web page into consideration. Okay. React keeps a lightweight representation of real DOM in the memory, and that is known as virtual DOM. It is nothing but, for suppose if you are changing any content in the web page, if you wanted to change any content, for suppose directly if we change in the DOM, for suppose here, if you directly change here, the content has to be again remodified, correct? But if you change the data in virtual DOM, it doesn't affect. After changing the state of the data only, it will be modified automatically. Okay, manipulating real DOM is much more slower than manipulating virtual DOM because nothing gets drawn on screen. It is virtual. Okay, when the state of an object changes, virtual DOM changes only that particular object in the real DOM instead of updating all the objects. For suppose if you consider here, instead of updating all the objects here, it will directly update whatever modification has been done. I have a query here like Revati, please repeat. DOM means data object model. Why we are using this? Because to store the data. For suppose if you consider any HTML or XML file, we will have certain structure. Okay, it will take in tree structured data which has number of blocks. You can see here like header, HTML, title, right? These are all the different blocks we can consider. Okay, now what will this DOM do? It will take any XML or HTML file and takes into a tree like structure, and if we wanted to change any data, any object here, we can directly change. For one or two, no problem, right? But for that purpose, we do not want to disturb other objects. So only we are using virtual DOM. Okay, it will just update the required object only. Am I clear? Why it is said virtual? Why? Because in real DOM, if we update the data, it has to modify all the objects and update the main object we can consider like, okay. But in virtual DOM, what we will do means it will directly update the required object only. Am I clear? Dear participants, please don't ask attendance link. You will surely receive that by the end of the session. Slowly explain. Okay, fine. We'll go slowly only. Don't worry. Okay. You're not clear about DOM concept? Yeah. I'll go slow from hereafter. Till now, what we have discussed is what is JavaScript, what are the various advantages, what is React.js, what are the various advantages. And here we are discussing about features. The first feature is JSX, okay, which is nothing but JavaScript extensions, which includes HTML files as well as JavaScript code. Am I clear till now? Data object model. DOM is abbreviated as data object model. Okay, so this concept I'll explain you once again. Please do listen, everyone. DOM means data object model, or we can also call it as document object model. Okay, what we are going to do here is we consider any XML file or something like HTML file. Any file if you consider, it will take the data or represent the data in a tree manner, tree structured data. Okay, fine. So in this tree structure, how we are able to access the data? First, we'll take the root elements, HTML start, okay? Next, header, body of the statements, title, reference, all the different blocks are there, okay? These are the treated as objects. Am I clear? Now what we will do is, for suppose if I wanted to update any object, we have to change from the starting in real DOM. So it makes the code to be complex, right? So only in virtual DOM what we do is we directly update the required object only. Am I clear? That is what here we have explained. Am I clear with this? If yes, please let me know that in the comment section. I need response from all the participants. Regarding certificate, I have already given you a number. You can just contact to that number 8925533489. Attendance link will be given by the end of the session. Don't worry about that. What is real DOM? These objects are called as real DOM. Okay. For suppose if you wanted to change any object, any block of the data, in real DOM, if you wanted to change from the starting, you have to modify. Okay. For suppose if you consider virtual DOM, directly we can update the required object. That is the only important thing we are considering. So you can see manipulating real DOM is much slower than manipulating virtual, because nothing gets drawn on virtual screen, right? So when the state of an object changes, virtual DOM also changes. Only that particular object only it will be changed in the real DOM. Instead of updating all the objects, it will change or update the required object. Okay, fine. Virtual DOM and real DOM are these two types. We already know that. The virtual DOM is compared to its previous state. Then React gets to know which objects have to be changed like that. So here comes various properties now. So you can see we can update forms, links, anything through this. Okay, you can see here the properties includes text area, checking the box, checkbox, radio, select options, reset buttons. All these are the various properties of this model. Okay, it's clear, right? Fine. Here comes various methods of DOM, which includes write /n string, get element by ID, get elements by name, get elements by tag name, get elements by class name. So let us know what each and every method represents. Okay, write of string represents, it will write the given string on a particular document. Okay, write ln of string represents, writes the given string on the document with the new line character at the end. It means whatever we are writing at the last, it will move on to the next line. Okay, get element by ID. It returns the elements having the given ID value. Get elements by name. It returns all the elements having the given name value. Next as tag name, next as class name. Okay, these are the various methods of DOM. Fine. Here comes in detail about what is this DOM. Document object represents the whole HTML document. It's nothing but complete file. Okay. When HTML documents is loaded into the browser, it becomes a document object. So it is the root element that represents HTML document. It has properties and methods which will be helping document object, where we can add the dynamic content to our web page according to the customers or users. As mentioned earlier, it is an object of window. So window document is same as document. Yeah. It treats an XML or HTML document as a tree, where each node is an object representing a part of document. Virtual DOM is nothing but the exact copy of real one. React keeps a lightweight representation of real DOM in the memory, which is known as virtual DOM. Manipulating real DOM is much slower than the manipulation of virtual DOM, because nothing seems to be changed on the virtual screen. When the state of an object changes, virtual DOM changes. Only that particular object only will be changed. Various methods which we have already discussed. Okay, various methods includes write string, write in new line. Next, represent the elements with tagging name, with name, class names like that, with ID like that. Okay, yeah. The state of these objects have been changed. Virtual DOM is compared to its previous state, and then React gets to know which objects particularly we have to change like that. Here comes the extensions. React goes beyond simple user interfaces and has many extensions for complete applications. It provides server-side rendering, supports mobile applications as well, extended with Flux and Redux among others. So React Native, what it is? So it helps us to build mobile applications as well. Okay. React Native app is a real mobile application and not just a web running on mobile. Thousands of apps are running on React Native, from established Fortune 500 companies to new startups as well. What is Flux? Yeah, what is Flux? It's application architecture that Facebook uses for building any web applications. It implements unidirectional flow, which makes it easier to deduce what is going on a particular web page. Yeah. Here comes the how the Flux works. Okay. So for suppose whatever the action we wanted to implement, it will be getting some notification to the dispatcher block. Okay. Now what it will do, it will view my data through the storage of my data. Okay. Now after this, again it will move to the action part. So you can easily understand from this slide. It's an application architecture that Facebook uses for building any web applications purpose, and it will flow only in forward direction only. Yeah. Here comes what is debugging. We already know debugging means checking errors, right? React applications are extremely easy to test due to large developer community. Facebook even provides a small browser extension that makes React debugging faster and easier. Here comes the prerequisites. Which includes, so we should be familiar with programming concepts like functions, objects, arrays, and to a lesser extent of classes concepts. You should also have the basic knowledge on JavaScript and have some familiarity with HTML coding. Next comes industrial trends, which represents how React.js developers are made important in the present trending market. Okay, React developers are most wanted and earning more money compared to other web development applications developers. So here is the salaries of them. Okay, according to the base scale, the average salary for a React developer is $91K per year. In India also, it's been more like 7 lakh per annum. Yeah. Here comes the summary. So here we have learned about JavaScript and its advantages, and next we have learned about what is React.js, what are the features making it so special, and what is debugging concept and the concept of DOM. So this and all we have learned in today's session. Do you have any queries? As this is only theoretical session, I am not giving you any queries for today. Tomorrow we'll be having software installation. I'll even share you the links in the comments in tomorrow's session. You can even install the softwares. Yes. Any more queries? Yeah, here is about web development internship. If you are interested, please enroll for that. And you'll be getting 30 days live sessions, which I have already told you, and 90 days access to recording videos and 8 applications, 30 downloadable presentations, and mentor support will be there. You'll be getting confirmation as well as internship certificates. If you're having any queries, please let me know that. Everyone asking attendance link. You will be getting the attendance link in the comment session. I hope everything is clear. Fine. Yeah, we have come up to the last slide of the session, that is thank you. So I would like to thank all the participants for making the session interactive. And if you really like the session, please do click on like, comment, share and subscribe to Pantech eLearning channel. Thank you all. Have a very nice day. Have some delicious dinner and take care. Attendance link is posted in the comments. Please check that and fill the attendance form.